Hi guys, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. I am working on Roxy's Weekly Challenge week 12. Can you believe we've already had 12 weeks this year? I mean, seriously. I'm having a little bit of trouble with it, if I'm honest. Okay. We are doing vellum tags with pockets, and I've lost the lid to my glue stick. Vellum tags with pockets, which she suggested you use your strips that you cut off for your booklets, but my strips are all really thin, so they would make really narrow pockets. So I'm doing her other suggestion, which was cut yourself some vellum strips. Now, I've gone and grabbed a bunch of my printouts and deco paper and stuff like that to use for this, and I'm cutting down 2 sheets of vellum, and we're going to give it a shot and see what we get. Now, I've also had a couple of ideas, and I tried one of my ideas, and I'm going to show it to you real quick before we get started, because it kind of worked, and if I work with it a little more, I can probably get it to work. But right now, it's probably not something that I'll do. I don't know if I need one that wide. Maybe do another 3. I feel like a lot of my little decoration papers are cut. They're narrow. So, I don't know. We'll see. But I've had a couple of ideas. Now, one of the ideas I had is because we're going to fold these into pockets, right? And when you fold this into a pocket and you glue something to the back, you see the white underside of whatever you glue back there. So if I take this and I glue it here, it's white, right? So I tried putting tried putting something on the white. And for the most part, it worked on the flower. But when I got to this ticket here, I either didn't put enough glue on it or something, and it kind of, it's kind of cloudy and weird looking. So, I mean, it's what it is. But these deco sheets are kind of the thing I'm using for decorating my pocket. So let's go ahead and get started. I have some strips cut here. And I think one of the differences I'm going to do, just because I want my pockets and my sheets to match and all that, is I am going to, because like on this one, it matches, but my pocket is tall. I think this fits on here. Sorry, I folded a couple when I was doing this one. I folded a few. So I have a couple folded, and I'm going to go ahead and glue stuff to the backs of those so that I know that those have something that fit. And I'm not going to mess with trying to decorate the white side. Now, of course, you can decorate, because we're going to decorate the pocket. You could decorate above the pocket if you wanted to. I'm just always worried if I decorate above the pocket, something's going to get caught. But I suppose if you were real careful about it and you used like washi stickers or something really thin, it would probably work really well. Okay, so there's one. And I don't have my pockets glued together either because I'm going to have to use glue. I don't have one of those stapler things. So I'm probably going to use glue to glue mine shut. Okay, so there's one. Now I think everything else is too short. My thought for this was if I glue this on here and I don't like the height of the pocket, I can cut it. I mean, the pocket doesn't have to be that tall. So that's probably what I'll do, is I'll trim them to fit my pieces. And if I'm going to trim them, I'm going to trim them straight. So I'm going to go ahead and... Now that's obviously an extra step she didn't take because... Okay, and then you still get a decent pocket. So, or a tag, decent tag. Okay. Now, I cut a bunch of these to 3 inches because I know that some of my stuff is 3 inches wide exactly. Or almost 3 inches wide. So we're going to make different size ones based on what I have here. So let's fold them all, and then mine are probably going to get trimmed kind of short. So I'm going to make the pockets kind of short, kind of shallow. Because rather than trimming my papers to fit, I'm going to trim my tags to fit. Using what you got, right? So I have that one. Like I said, so I'm going to fold my pockets kind of shallow. They don't need to be real deep. It'll probably make them harder to decorate on the front end, but we shall see. Okay, now we're going to flip all these 3-inch ones over, and I'm going to figure out what I want to put on the back, and then we will cut them all. So I know I'm going to put this on one of them. I know she flipped through a bunch of her stuff. My system of doing things tends to be indecisive. So it's one of those things where I just kind of decided on what I wanted to use and then brought it all down here in a pile, and then we'll kind of work with it like that. Now I will get the cutter and trim all those off in a minute. I think maybe these are curling. I don't know if that's it'll hold them down enough. All right, I like this little Easter image. So we're going to do that one. I don't know what this little fleck of paper or something on my... I'm sure it's from something I glued. Anyway, so, yeah, I was like, the whole time I'm sitting here going, but you're gluing to and it's vellum, and it's going to show through the other side, but when she was done, they looked really cute, and then she sticks something in the pocket, and, you know, the other side didn't really matter, but I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try it, just to see, which is why you saw that experiment with the flower and I put that on there so crooked. Daggone it, that's going to bug me. We're going to have to move it. But you would think if it was straight, or relatively straight on the bottom, it would be straight going up the sides, but I don't seem to be having that luck. There we go. Okay, yeah, see, I'm going to be trimming these strips off the top. I'm going to be trimming a lot off of that one. Let's see. That is right up on the edges. All right. We'll give it a go and see what happens. I don't think I have any... Oh, I know what I was going to try. Maybe we won't do this one. Because I know something I was going to try. See these? I think these... Nope, that's bigger than 3 inches. I mean, it's wider than 3 inches. Do I have any here that are... Oh, it's like just 3 inches. Think I'd be able to line it up, guys? I also don't know how sticky this tape is, so it's like... I also don't want it to tear. I want a nice clean piece. Like that. I mean, I don't want it to tear like that. It sticks to itself really well. don't know how that bodes for... I thought it would be kind of fun to just do one like this. Okay, look. Sorry, am I getting my head in the camera? I'm always doing that. I notice that when I edit. Some of my edit skips that you guys see in my videos are because you were looking at the back of my head, and I was like, nobody wants to look at the back of your head. Okay, now I'm gonna very carefully, without messing up my fold, cut this washi. I'm a slow cutter, guys, sorry. There, and that's the back of my pocket. So that's kind of cool. And then on the front, you can see the, and now the words are backwards, but you can see the washi through the front. And I don't know. Yeah, there we go. So that covers a strip of it really nice if you cut a strip of your vellum the width of your washi. And then you can do that on the back of one of them. Just an alternative method. Let me put this back. Okay, back to gluing. Oh, back to making pockets, apparently. All right, so I have a wide one. I think this will fit on. I thought this would be kind of fun. The only problem is it's going to make a really short one. So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work because that's going to be a really short pocket. I would say maybe I'd make that a card to go in a pocket. The problem is none of the pockets are that wide. So, I suppose we'll just have to save it for another day. Okay. Put these off to the side because I'm probably not going to put anything on those. Because I have one other trick I kind of wanted to show you. And depending on how we get on these ones is whether or not we'll do a lot of the other ones. But I just figured I'd show them to you as an idea in case you wanted to. Wow, that's not even close to straight, Cindy. Just slap that on there all kind of crooked. That's still not straight. And it's certainly not centered. Look at that. Maybe when I trim this off, I'll trim up that side a little bit. Okay. Shoo, man. I think I just want to get it down on the paper because I'm worried about the glue drying. I think that's what it is, honestly. Okay. So now let me get my trimmer back out. We're going to trim ours up real quick. This was a few minutes that I'm taking that she didn't because she had all of hers. She had stuff that fit, basically, the pockets that she made, which I don't. I mean, I had to make my pockets to fit my stuff, so to speak. Okay, well, that'll work. It's not great, but it'll work. Okay, so we have that one. Let me trim the tops off of these, and then we can get... Well, I don't need to trim that one. Trim this one. They're all curling. Did you see? course you see. That one's already trimmed, and this one's all ready. Okay. Now, my other thought was, if any of you have, like I have all this vellum that's printed on, okay? So you could also do one where you took a printed piece of vellum and stuck a thing to it. And this, you can get the same effect, but you're on the other side where normally you just see through and it's white. Whatever you'll see whatever design is on your vellum. And of course it'll be on your pocket too. So you have to keep that in mind. Try to do a little better with the centering because I think this just fits on here. Good Lord, guys. I mean, you line it up straight. You would think that straight is straight, right? Apparently not. And apparently it went from end to end because now I have an edge to trim again. Oops. Well, see what happens when you get impatient and you start. All right, let's trim this end. But then you have, so you can see that instead of white, I get the design of the vellum on there. So that's kind of different than like that. Okay, so we have that one. And of course you could use any, I mean, you saw the ones, and you can probably still see them on the camera up there, all the ones I have. So if we get time, maybe we'll play with a few of them, but I get the feeling, you know how I am, guys. I get the feeling this is getting ready to run miserably over. So let's see how far we get, because this is the hard part for me. Okay. So let's see what's on the other side of this. All right. Oh, I was thinking, look at these cool little stickers that come with on the end of your washi. It's supposed to be an example of one of the ads on here, I'm sure, because this washi has ads all over it. Because like this one is like notes from Leonardo da Vinci, I think, and it's got that on it. And this has got that on it. So I have these little stickers on the ends of this washi that I can use for stuff. So I'm gonna. But anyway, before I do that, let's see if we can find something to go on here to kind of decorate. What did the other side of this look like? What am I working with? Oh yeah. Okay, so we could do, I have all these little flower labels. Oh, and I haven't glued, I'm going to use my art glue. I've never used this, guys. I bought it and I haven't used it yet. So we're going to use it on here and see how well it does on vellum. Makes a really thin line of glue, I'll tell you that. Okay. Not too bad. And I don't see, there's not a lot of glue mark there, so that's kind of cool. All right, now, what else do I want to put on here, maybe? I brought down my flowers. I brought down all kinds of stuff. Of course, it's got to fit, and a lot of my flowers are kind of big. Although this one is almost meant to go on something like this. I think we'll do that on there. Maybe. Okay, let me glue this down. Mostly on this side, and then she did some wrapping around, so we're going to wrap this right around here like this. And then I might even glue something else on here. I don't know. Maybe. No, definitely not that. Okay, let's just do this side and stop. Telling you guys, every single time I do this, you guys hear me. It's the decorating. I think it's because sometimes I look at it and I'm like, it needs something, and whatever it is it needs, I don't have. And I think that bugs me. Because like I'll be like, it needs a word label or something, and I don't have a lot of word stuff. So when I look at something like that and I go, it really needs a word label, and I don't have it, it just bothers me. Which is also why I got out all this washi over here, because now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this on there. What I do have is this printed washi, and we're going to put some so that it wraps around like Rachel was doing and overlaps on both sides. Okay, so there's one. Guys, all that, and we're already 25 minutes in. I mean, look. You see how long it takes me to do this? I mean, I know I hem and haw too much, but still. I kind of like the poppies. Am I folding other? No. Let's do some more interesting washi tape, and then I'll figure out. Maybe I should figure out the flower first. That wasn't too hard. I keep picking up this ticket because I'm like, this would go really good. I can't. Like right in there. Anyway. This has a backing on it. So what I think I'll do is I guess we'll take the backing off. Oh, I didn't glue this pocket shut. I don't know if I need to shake that glue or what, but it is really watery. Like I said, guys, this is my first time using art glitter glue. If it's supposed to be that watery, could you guys let me know? I mean, it is like water. Hopefully it sticks. I don't know. That was really weird. I guess we'll find out. I am not going to get a lot of these done, guys, because you know me, I have to call my videos. They can't be huge. One of these days I feel like I should just do a video that explains to you why. Once again, I have a video that's trying to upload upstairs. It's been uploading since yesterday morning, and I think I'm a little over 50% of the way uploaded in more than 24 hours. I know. All right. So let's put, I'm going to put some washi across there. Not the blue. I feel like that's too close to the leaves. Maybe the black with the white spots. If I can find the end of it. I also thought I had a really thin... Doesn't have to be a big piece. I don't know why I like the look of that. I just do. It's just like... And I think we're going to stick that on there and call this one done. Okay, so there's one with like a colored vellum. So these are the two that I've gotten decorated. I'll try to do one more. We still have to put ribbons in something. This is a very tall, long one. I wonder if I could... No, that would look goofy. Maybe I should do... All right, let me glue the pocket shut. I'm just, like I said, guys, it was really thin, so. I mean, it's like water. Is it supposed to be like water? Because then for as thin as you make the line of glue, it squishes really wide when I close the pocket. So, I mean, it's not going to be a thin pocket. I know I've been very quiet this video. I'm sorry. Usually I'm a little, well, I can't say usually. Sometimes I'm a little more chatty. I just have been trying to think of ways to quickly decorate something so that we have a few decorated. I'm going to have a pile of them to go in my to-do box. I need to do one of those what's on my desk videos. Because can I just tell you, there's a ton of stuff on my desk. Okay, so we're going to take a piece of this. Oh, it's on backing too. So I'm going to pull a piece off and then I'll worry about the backing later. It's really sticky, so I'm going to try just sticking it on here and hoping for the best. All right, now we're going to put this washi sticker down. On here like this. I think I put it up too far and over too far, but that's okay. And then we're going to put that guy on there. So you guys will have to tell me if my art glitter glue is too watery, what the problem with my glue is, or if it's supposed to be like that. Now, the thing she did next, which I haven't done yet, is make cards for things. My pen. But, of course, they have to fit. So the idea would be something like that. And then maybe... That's the idea. So then the other thing would be to punch a hole and tie some lace. Well, or whatever you wanted to tie. And she just tied it like once like this. And there you have it, a little tag with a That's a copy of an old book page, which I'm going to have to straighten out if I want to use that as the tag in there. I also may use my bone folder to see if I can widen this pocket at all, because I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to pop it free, but I just want a little space. Okay. And then on this one, so we put the hole in. I'm trying to actually have two complete, guys. And let me get a piece of something to tie through there. Just brown. This is that lace seam binding. Okay, so that's the front of the tag. So that's my, and then here is the front of this tag. So, and you could add more to that. I mean, that was kind of already a collage piece of deco paper. So you could add more to that if you wanted. But, so there's our ticket pockets with our little inserts. These inserts are very thin. Like I said, I'm going to have to back them on something. Here's another one. This is a long, tall one. So you might be able to get something really nice and tall and skinny to stick in there. And then, of course, I covered the back of this one, but we didn't get to decorating it. So I'm going to call it there, guys. And as usual, I got a little overly ambitious. But this was Roxy's Weekly Challenge week 12. And I will, as usual, link Rachel's video in my description box so that you can go over and see her explain it to you better. And I look forward to going and seeing everybody's stuff that they make. And I will talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.